Arham was a psychology student, always fascinated by the human mind and illusions. For his university project, he had to research self-perception and fear. His professor suggested an experiment called the mirror test. The mirror test is a psychological experiment where a person sits in a dark room with only dim light, staring into a mirror for a long time. After a few minutes, the brain starts creating hallucinations. Faces begin to distort, features change, and sometimes people even see something standing behind them. At first, Arham thought it was just a silly theory, but curiosity pulled him in. That night, he decided to try it alone in his hostel room. The first night. At midnight, he switched off all the lights. Only a small lamp on his desk glowed faintly. A large mirror stood in front of him. He checked the clock, took a deep breath, and fixed his gaze on his reflection. For the first few minutes, everything looked normal. But then, slowly, his reflection began to change. His eyes seemed larger, his skin looked pale, his cheekbones sharper. He blinked, but in that split second, his reflection didn't. It kept staring back at him, as if it had its own will. Arham's heartbeat quickened. Deeper fear. The next night, he tried again. This time, he saw something different. A shadow standing behind him in the mirror. He quickly turned around. Nothing. But when he looked back, the shadow was still there. And then it happened. His reflection smiled. Arham's real face was expressionless, but the mirror was grinning. Terrified, he slammed his hand against the mirror, switched off the lamp, and forced himself to sleep. But that night, he couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching him. Psychology or something else. The next day, his professor warned him. Arham, this is normal. Your brain is tricking you. The mirror test creates illusions, but if you repeat it too often, you won't be able to tell the difference between reality and hallucination. But Arham ignored him. Each night he repeated the test. Each night his reflection seemed more alive. One night, it even winked at him. Arham moved his head, but the reflection didn't. The wink wasn't his. The final night. A week later, Arham decided to try it one last time. He locked his room, lit the lamp, and sat in front of the mirror. This time, he didn't just see his face. He saw his whole body, sitting exactly like him. But the reflection was staring without blinking. Slowly, it stood up. Arham, in reality, was still sitting on the chair. But the reflection was moving on its own. It raised its hand, pressing against the glass, as if trying to push its way out. Arham tried to scream, but no sound came out. His throat froze. His eyes widened as the reflection leaned forward, smiling, pressing harder against the glass. And then, suddenly, the lamp went out. Darkness swallowed the room. The next morning, students broke into Arham's locked room. He was still sitting on the chair, eyes wide open, frozen in silence. The mirror in front of him looked perfectly normal. His reflection was there, calm and steady, with a faint smile on its lips. Was it just his mind playing tricks? Or did the reflection take control? Tell me in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.